And Typhoon Ragasa barreled into China's southern coast on Wednesday, bringing ferocious winds, flooding rains and massive waves at landfall near Yangjiang city in Guangdong province. Winds reached up to 145 kilometers per hour. Well, the storm first entered the South China Sea on Monday and intensified rapidly, skirting Hong Kong before hitting Guangdong, now China's most populous and economically powerful province. In Shenzhen, tree debris blocked streets and sideways. Despite the chaos, residents say the government's response was swift. In Macau, floodwaters rose up to 1.5 meters in low-lying areas. Power was preemptively cut in some districts as a safety measure. Further west in Zhuhai, storm conditions intensified early Wednesday.
I once experienced a typhoon in Yangjiang. I remember the water and electricity were cut off back then, but this time in Shenzhen, everything went smoothly. We still had water and electricity throughout.
Port authorities evacuated ships and secured equipment ahead of landfall. Industrial cameras captured relentless wind and rain as gusts exceeded 110 kilometers per hour. Now, across Guangdong province, nearly 1.9 million people were evacuated. Schools, factories and transport systems were suspended in over a dozen cities. Though some began reopening as the storm moved west, Chinese authorities have allocated tens of millions of dollars to support the ongoing relief and recovery efforts. Now, Hong Kong is also reeling from Ragasa's impact. Winds of up to 195 kilometers per hour uprooted trees, damaged infrastructure and sent waves crashing into the coastline. Flooding hit riverside parks, playgrounds and cycling lanes. At least 80 people were injured and treated at hospitals. The city's weather observatory ranked Ragasa as a super typhoon, noting it passed just 100 kilometers south of the city. Preliminary analysis shows Ragasa may be the second strongest typhoon in the South China Sea since records began in 1950. Tied with typhoons Saola in 2023 and Yagi in 2024.
The Hong Kong authorities are downgrading their typhoon or storm warning from the afternoon onwards. So hopefully Hong Kong will survive this and be able to clear up all of the damage. There's no serious damage to buildings and properties as far as I'm aware, and get over this one.
In Taiwan, the storm's earlier passage left devastation in its wake. A barrier lake burst in WION County, killing at least 14 and injuring 46. Over 7,000 people were evacuated and many remain in shelters. Now, Ragasa is pushing westward, prompting train service suspension in the Guangdong province. Authorities warn of continued risk of flooding and landslides in the coming days. As the region braces for more heavy rain and potential after effects, authorities continue to urge residents to stay indoors, avoid flood zones and follow official guidance.